हमारा सौभाग्य है कि आज हमारे बीच माननीय केंद्रीय स्वास्थ्य एवं परिवार कल्याण मंत्री श्री जेपी नड्डा उपस्थित हैं। आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है। We welcome Honorable State Health Minister of Maharashtra, Dr. Deepak Sawant, and Honorable Minister of State for Health, Professor Ram Shinde ji. The Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Devendra Fadnavis, is unable to join us today because of unavoidable circumstances and sends his best wishes for the launch of this campaign. हमारी खुशनसीबी है कि मशहूर व मारूफ अभिनेता श्री अमिताभ बच्चन हेपेटाइटिस बी संबंधित इस जागरूकता अभियान में प्रमुख भूमिका निभा रहे हैं और आज हमारे प्रोग्राम में शरीक हैं। आपका तहे दिल से खैर मक़दम है। आप सभी अमिताभ जी की शख्सियत से वाकिफ़ हैं, पर आज वो कुछ अपने ऐसे अनुभव सुनाएंगे जिनसे शायद सब वाकिफ़ ना हों। We look forward to that. We also have with us Mr. Louis George Arsenault, UNICEF representative to India. A warm welcome to you and to Shri C.K. Mishra, Additional Secretary and MD, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, and to Dr. Jayant Barve, Senior Gastroenterologist, Leelavati Hospital and Research Center. सबसे पहले मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ हमारे माननीय केंद्रीय स्वास्थ्य एवं परिवार कल्याण मंत्री श्री जेपी नड्डा जी को कि वो इस अवसर पर परंपरागत दीप प्रज्वलित करें और मंच पर उपस्थित सभी वरिष्ठ अतिथियों से मेरा निवेदन कि वो इस कार्य में सम्मिलित हों।
गं गणपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वशमानय स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वशमानय स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वशमानय स्वाहा।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मंत्री महोदय और वरिष्ठ अतिथिगण। आज हम यहाँ इकट्ठा हुए हैं हेपेटाइटिस बी जैसी मुज़िर बीमारी के बारे में जागरूकता बढ़ाने के लिए। भारत में हर साल 10 लाख बच्चे इस बीमारी के शिकार हो सकते हैं। हेपेटाइटिस बी और ऐसी 7 बीमारियों से 2.5 करोड़ बच्चों और 3 करोड़ गर्भवती महिलाओं की सुरक्षा के लिए भारत सरकार ने यूनिसेफ की तकनीकी सहायता के साथ अपना प्रमुख अभियान मिशन इंद्रधनुष आरंभ किया है, जो अब अपने दूसरे चरण में है। उत्तर प्रदेश is one of the critical priority states under the mission Indradhanush, and we know that Shri Amitabh Bachchan, our UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, hails from the famous city of Allahabad in UP. हमें खुशी है कि इलाहाबाद और इसके करीबी इलाकों के पत्रकार और मीडिया वीडियो फीड के ज़रिए हमारे कार्यक्रम से जुड़े हैं, उनका खैर मक़दम है। I take this opportunity to thank Mr. Deepak Dwivedi from the Nagrik Foundation, our partner agency who have made this video feed with UP possible. And now I would like to invite Mr. Louis George Arsenault, UNICEF representative to India, to enlighten us on UNICEF's efforts to support complete routine immunization program. Shri Arsenault. B immunization awareness with the films Confessions from Amitabh Bachchan. We present our Honorable Union Minister with the DVDs of these films and also to our dignitaries present on the dais. And I must say this is a fabulous photo opportunity for all our friends from the media. Make the most of that. Yeah, after this. Yeah. So here we have the DVDs. Which officially launched the awareness campaign. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the two films. इसे कि वो हम सबको मुखातिब करें.
आदरणीय नारा जी, Deepak Sawant ji, Ram Shinde ji, distinguished guests on the dais, distinguished guests in the audience, the members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I deem it a great honor to be here today, to be able to bring this campaign to its initial stages of a launch through the media on awareness of this deadly disease called Hepatitis B. Now that you've seen the film, I guess a lot of what I needed to say has already been said, but I want to go back to what Dr. Barve in his address had said and mentioned about a dear friend of his being infected by this, keeping in mind the very nature of doctor's medical code. He refrained from taking the name, but actually he was wanting to mention my name. And I thank him for his professionalism. And Hepatitis B, as I said in my film, came to me by accident. During the time of my accident in Coolie in 1982, there were about 200 donors whose blood was taken to be infused into me. And the Australian antigen hepatitis B had just perhaps 3 months ago been detected worldwide, and it was very new, and perhaps it was new for being detected also amongst various tests that were needed to be carried out before giving somebody blood. And therefore, one of the donors was carrying the hepatitis B virus, which went into my system. I continued to function as normally as I would. And in the year 2000, after 1982, in the year 2000, almost 18 years after that event, through a very normal and regular medical checkup that Dr. Barve, who's our family physician, and me went through, we discovered that indeed my liver had been infected and that I had lost 75% of my liver. So if I stand in front of you today, you're looking at a person who is surviving only on 25% of his liver. That's the bad part. The good part is that you can survive with even perhaps 12% of your liver. But really, no one wants to get into that kind of a condition. The important thing is that it's a very frightening phrase to use on somebody when you say that he's suffering from cirrhosis of liver, because cirrhosis of liver is normally associated with alcohol. I am a non-alcoholic. But to have this stigma of being suffering from cirrhosis of the liver is quite frightening. And when Dr. Barve treated me, and we went through various tests, and we found that luckily, as fate has always been with me in several of my other ailments, there had been a sort of a remission, which meant that the virus had stopped eating into my liver, and having devoured 75% of it, it was showing some kind of mercy on the balance 25%. We went through a medical course, And I have to say here that during all my ailments and my medical history that I've had, I have always relied on the medical profession in my own country. I know that I have been in situations where I've had the means to be able to get treated abroad, but it has been my faith and trust in the medical profession and the doctors of India that I have always put my faith in, and I'm very proud of the fact that they've always done a marvelous job. So I want to congratulate them. Having said that, when we discovered this ailment, we found out also that we were in remission, but now and then I must admit that we have been going abroad to have a second opinion, so to say. We went to some medical institutes in the United States of America, and I have to say that whatever diagnosis and the treatment that was being commanded to me by Indian doctors was no different from what the American doctors or doctors in any other part of the world were administering. That is another credit to our medical profession. And so we came back. There are some drugs which I have to take regularly to prevent the further appearance of this virus in my system. But what I want to say really is that we had the good fortune of going through a test which detected this disease. And as Dr. Barve very rightly said that, you know, there are almost 100 people here, and he's pretty certain that at least 2 or 3 of you, God forbid, are perhaps carrying this virus within you and are unaware of it. Awareness, ladies and gentlemen, is a very important factor in any one of these diseases. If you are unaware of what you're carrying, you can come to a stage where it becomes too late. And that is very devastating, and we must prevent that, and which is why Dr. Barve and a few of his colleagues came to me one morning, and we decided that we must do something about this. We set up a meeting with the Honorable Minister, Mr. Nada, and I must thank him for very graciously giving us an audience and listening to our issues, and almost immediately setting up a system where he not only accepted what we were saying, but designed a campaign which would take care of not just hepatitis B, but as we all know, the government of India has launched the Indradhanush campaign, which is the massive inoculation program that the government of India stresses upon, and hepatitis B is also included in that. So I want to really thank you, sir, for having taken our little plea to you and having put it into practice. I want to say that during the time when we worked for polio under UNICEF, it took us almost 8 years to get India completely free of polio. Today, India is polio-free, and it took us 8 years for this campaign to succeed. We went through many struggles, we went through many problems. I hope that we don't take the same amount of time for hepatitis B or for tuberculosis, which I work for. But really the point to make here is that some initiative has to be taken. And I want to thank the government of India, the government of Maharashtra, for having agreed to take this initiative on a massive scale and continue to work towards it so that in time to come, through the campaigns that you've just seen and several other efforts that the government is making and private companies are making, we will be able to make perhaps our country a healthier place to live in. When we talk about detection, when we talk about finding out whether any of you is carrying this disease, the one person that I really want to acknowledge are the workers that will go out into the fields to actually carry out this job. I know that the polio-free campaign had the backing of UNICEF, had the backing of all the states of this country, all the chief ministers cooperated. There was a voice, there were several people who I tagged along with me. We had Sachin Tendulkar come on for one of the campaigns, we had Shah Rukh Khan coming on for one of the campaigns, Aishwarya Rai came on for one of the campaigns, but we continued this process. And despite all the famous names and the efforts of the government of India and UNICEF, it was the worker that had to actually go into the deepest corners of our country to work and administer this dose. and I want to compliment the workers. So therefore, when we do start this campaign, Honorable Ministers, I would want you to perhaps pay a lot of special interest to the workers that will go out into the fields and work in this campaign, because they are the only and truly people who actually go and make sure that the campaign works, that it is spread out, it goes out to people. And if need be, if you can organize something, I'd be very happy to meet them and, give them my compliments and acknowledge that the work that they keep doing. I want to also state that we are all somehow or the other not conscious of the fact about our health. I know that there are various factors that keep us away, but detection, awareness is a very important ingredient in any kind of disease that you possess. Please do not hesitate to have your regular checkups. There are now various facilities available through hepatitis B, through tuberculosis, and the Honorable Minister, Shri Deepak Sawant, has just informed me while we were sitting in the ante-room about malnutrition. And sir, I want to commit myself to this very noble cause that you're starting, and say that if you need my face and if you need my voice to propagate this campaign, I shall be more than happy to join you and see what we can do towards this very important matter. So do not hesitate to get yourself detected. I also promote diabetes through Mr. Keith Vaz, who is a Member of Parliament in the House of Commons in the United Kingdom, and we've done several inaugurations of vans which go out into interiors of India, and of course in the United Kingdom, detecting people of diabetes. It's just a very small little test, but that's the point that we need to stress. It's no point coming after you've been actually diagnosed with the disease and reached a stage where perhaps there is no way to come back. But if you have yourself detected, there are ways and means in which you can be cured. One of the leading examples is right now talking to you. I was detected in time. I took the precautionary measures, both in tuberculosis and in hepatitis B. Even in tuberculosis, as you all know, I'm a tuberculosis survivor as well. In the year 2000, I was also detected with tuberculosis, and we were able to detect it in time, and we went through an entire course with Dr. Barwe, and today I am now tuberculosis free. Do get yourself detected. Please, with folded hands to the media, to propagate this message across. And this is why we're having a special conference today, so that you're able to propagate this campaign to as many people as possible. Do not be afraid to get yourself detected. It's better to be in the knowledge of the fact that you are carrying some deadly virus and have a treatment for it than to ignore it and then perhaps, God forbid, face a bad finality. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for the very kind words that the speakers before me have been saying. But really, this is something extremely close to my heart, primarily because I feel that I need to tell the people that if it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. And that is, I'm speaking out of great immodesty here, I know, but I just feel that if there is a face and a voice to something like this, and if that face and voice is also a sufferer, then it makes our communication a lot easier. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amitabh ji. Thank you for your constant support to all the health campaigns. You are an inspiration for us. सचमुच सेहत बहुत बड़ी नेमत होती है. And now, and the neighboring regions would be able to pose questions to our panel present here. And now I would like to hand over to C.K. Mishra ji. देख ही रहे थे, क्यों ना एक झलक हम भी उनकी देख लें. तो हमारे जो तकनीकी सहायक हैं, ज़रा दिखाइए कि इलाहाबाद में किस तरह से लोग बहुत ही उत्सुकता से बैठ के हमारा ये कार्यक्रम देख रहे हैं, और ख़ास तौर से इस बात की उन्हें बहुत खुशी है कि अमिताभ जी यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं. ये इलाहाबाद के विजुअल्स हैं, और जब मीडिया इंटरेक्शन होगा तो यहाँ पर उपस्थित मीडिया के अलावा इलाहाबाद और करीबी क्षेत्र की जो मीडिया उपस्थित है वो भी अपने सवाल रख पाएंगी हमारे पैनल के सामने.
So, thank you very much. We will now begin this little interaction.
एफएम आज तक से हूँ। अमित जी, सवाल ये है कि विज्ञापन के माध्यम से आप लोगों तक पहुंचेंगे, जिस तरीके से पोलियो के दौरान भी आप पहुंचे थे, लोग आपकी बात को मानते भी हैं, लेकिन जो तबका टीवी नहीं देख पाता है, जिन तक रेडियो की भी सुविधाएं नहीं हैं, उन तक किस तरीके से पहुंचा जा सकेगा इस पूरी प्रणाली के दौरान?
जी, जब मैं यहाँ पर मंच पे बोल रहा था तो मैंने सबसे ज़्यादा ध्यान जो था वो आकर्षित करवाया था उन वर्कर्स का जो कि एक्चुअली फील्ड में जाते हैं, गांव-गांव घूमते हैं, जगह जगह जाते हैं। वही लोग हैं जिनके पास टीवी नहीं है, रेडियो नहीं है, जो इस क्षेत्र में काम करते हैं। और इसीलिए मैं उनकी सराहना इतनी ज़्यादा करना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि देखिए, बहुत से खूबसूरत चेहरे आकर के कुछ बोल देंगे, कुछ कह देंगे। सरकार जो है अपनी तरफ से अपनी मशीनरी शुरू कर देगी, लेकिन कौन उसको जा कर के इम्प्लीमेंट करेगा, कौन देखेगा कि ये सही जगह पहुंच रहा है, नहीं पहुंच रहा है? ये वो वर्कर्स हैं, वो सबसे महत्वपूर्ण अंश हैं इस कैंपेन के, इसीलिए मैं उनकी सराहना करता हूं। तो आपके प्रश्न का उत्तर ये है कि जितने भी वर्कर्स हैं उनके द्वारा जो है हमारा जो ये कैंपेन है उन तक पहुंचेगा।
Amit sir, here. Sonup from Indian Express. Last time you had spoken about how women suffering from TB are deeply stigmatized in our society. What measures could be taken to erase that stigma?
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought it up because I should really have mentioned it in my address there. But I just felt that I'd already spoken about it in my campaign video that you saw. See, one of the things that, that really disturbed me, and I say this not just as an individual, but also now as a representative of UNICEF Girl Child, that there's a huge amount of discrimination that takes place towards women who are suffering from hepatitis B or tuberculosis. Dr. Barve made a short reference of it in his speech, where he said that even though a pregnant woman is hepatitis B carrier, there is a 90% chance of the child that she's going to give birth to is going to have the same disease. Many of us are not aware that this has become a social stigma where even before marriage or after marriage, if the family of the boy come to know that the incoming lady into the house is infected with a particular disease, many a times they refuse her entry into the house. She's discriminated against. She's alienated. She's put away. I think this is a terrible thing that can happen to any person, any individual in society. And in order to prevent that, that is why we are wanting to lay stress on this point, that this social discrimination has to stop. And it can only stop if we can detect it through awareness, whether somebody has, whether we can start the treatment and prevent people from trying to pursue this horrible stigma that we have, that just because the woman is wrong, therefore she's bad for society. That is not acceptable to me, and I'm sure not acceptable to anyone in this room.
Sir, would you like to use cinema as a medium to perhaps get the stigma out and maybe make a film that focuses specifically on this issue?
Yeah, you know, cinema is an entertainment medium. I wouldn't mind doing cinema in the form of a documentary where we talk about all these ailments. But I doubt very much, sir, that you can pick any film, at least from India, where we have not addressed any kind of social issue and found a way around it. We have always stressed upon various important social issues that have plagued our country. And we have taken up, look at some of the films that have been made, you know, in the 40s and the 50s. Look at films like Sujata and films that were made by Bimal Roy. They've always talked about these stigmas, but have gone around it. We have always found that good has overcome evil. We have given you poetic justice in 3 hours. You and me will not get it in a lifetime. So, you know, films are an entertainment medium, but through that medium, we have never tried to say, oh, just because she's suffering from hepatitis, we're not going to get married to her. I think we've never ever stressed that point. So yes, if you want me to be part of a documentary that talks about this, I'm more than willing to do that. But you know, that's a documentary. And people don't pay, you'll pay 2,000 rupees to go and see a film in a multiplex, and you're not wanting to see hepatitis B or tuberculosis. It can be a part of the story, which has been very interestingly done in most of our stories. And we've shown in the end that, yes, there is success.
मेरे ख्याल से
Just one second.
अमित जी, मेरा नाम अलका है, मैं
एक
दिल्ली
मिनट एक मिनट जरा रुकिएगा।
Let Jaya ji ask.
Yeah, Jaya just informed me that Revati from the South, a very prominent leading lady, made a film on HIV, which had Salman Khan, Shilpa Shetty, and Abhishek Bachchan. And it was called Phir Milenge. It was concentrating on HIV.
मेरे ख्याल से
And sad to say, sir, which answers your question, that film did not do well at the box office. I think it's an indicator of, an answer to your question.
मेरे ख्याल से यहाँ इलाहाबाद की जो हमारे पत्रकार हैं वो काफ़ी उत्सुक हैं सवाल पूछने के लिए। पीटीआई और अमर उजाला के पत्रकार जो हैं इलाहाबाद से आपसे कुछ सवाल पूछना चाह रहे हैं। जी पूछें।
अमिताभ जी का इलाहाबाद के और इलाहाबाद के सराउंडिंग्स के जो जनपद हैं प्रतापगढ़, रायबरेली, भदोही, जौनपुर, यहाँ से जो लोग आए हैं वो अमिताभ जी का बहुत तहे दिल से स्वागत कर रहे हैं और अभिनंदन कर रहे हैं कि आज उन्होंने अपनी कर्मस्थली और जन्मस्थली के बीच ऐसा एक संबंध जोड़ा है और इस देश के महान अभियान की सफलता की शुरुआत अपनी जन्मस्थली से कर रहे हैं। इसके लिए पूरा इलाहाबाद, उसके सरहदी जिलों के पत्रकार और समूचे प्रदेश के पत्रकार आज उनके साथ अपनी भी आहुति देने के लिए तैयार हैं और अपने को गौरवान्वित महसूस कर रहे हैं।
जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका।
और इसके साथ आज सबसे महत्वपूर्ण चीज़ यह है कि यहाँ के पत्रकार आपसे प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की तरीके से नहीं बात करना चाहते हैं। आपका संदेश, आपकी विचारधारा जो आज आपने सबसे महत्वपूर्ण कही कि आपका फेस और आपकी साउंड दोनों राष्ट्र के लिए समर्पित हैं, इसको सुन के सारे लोग बहुत उत्साहित हैं और गौरवान्वित महसूस कर रहे हैं और अपने आपके संदेश को गांव-गांव तक ले जाने के लिए अपने प्रयासों को अंतिम दरवाजे तक पहुंचाएंगे। इसके साथ ही हमारे जो साथी लोग हैं वो आपसे कुछ बातचीत करना चाहेंगे और बातचीत में संदेश लेना चाहेंगे। जैसा कि आपने कहा कि ग्रास रूट वर्कर की बात आपने कही है, तो ये सब हमारे साथी ग्रास रूट जर्नलिस्ट हैं और आपने ग्रास रूट लेवल के जर्नलिस्ट को चुना है। ये देश में बहुत महान काम किया है, क्योंकि आपको हमेशा तब सरकार ने याद किया है, देश ने याद किया है जब कोई अभियान असफल हुआ है, सफलता के अपनी आखिरी मंजिल तक नहीं पहुंचा है। इसको पहुंचाने का श्री गणेश इलाहाबाद से हो रहा है और यहाँ के पत्रकार आपसे जुड़ के इस यज्ञ को आगे बढ़ाएं।
जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और आपके इन शुभ काम के लिए जो आपने शुरुआत की है उसके लिए मैं आप सब लोगों को इलाहाबाद में धन्यवाद देता हूँ।
अमिताभ जी नमस्कार, मैं वीरेंद्र पाठक हूँ ANI से और बड़ा अच्छा महसूस कर रहा हूँ कि आप आज हमारे इलाहाबाद के फेस बने हैं इस महत्वपूर्ण प्रोग्राम के। एक शंका है कि आपने एक सिस्टम डेवलप कर दिया है और अवेयरनेस फैला रहे हैं, लेकिन ग्रासरूट लेवल पे जो हार्डवेयर है वो बहुत अच्छा होना चाहिए, क्योंकि पिछली बार ऐसा देखने को आया था कि कोई बच्चा किसी दूसरी बीमारी से पीड़ित हुआ, लेकिन अगर उसी समय उसको कोई ड्रॉप पिलाई गई पोलियो की तो वो उससे जोड़ दिया गया। दूसरी एक चीज़ है, ये वायरस किसी भी उम्र में किसी व्यक्ति के पास को लग सकता है। यहाँ का जो मेडिकल सिस्टम है बहुत ख़राब है। काकस इतना ज़बरदस्त है कि किसी भी बीमारी का कोई व्यक्ति जो क्षेत्र का डॉक्टर है उसके पास पहुँचता है तो सीधे ग्लूकोज की बोतल चढ़ा देता है और धीरे धीरे वो व्यक्ति पैसे से इतना कंगाल हो जाता है कि जब तक उसको पता लगता है कि हेपेटाइटिस बी जैसी बीमारी से वो पीड़ित है और उसका क्या समुचित और सही इलाज है, तब तक वो इलाज कराने के काबिल नहीं रहता। तो ग्राउंड ये जो रियलिटीज़ हैं, ये जो मेडिकल के माफिया और काकस हैं, इनको कैसे तोड़ के, क्योंकि आपका उद्देश्य सामाजिक है और जीवन को बचाने वाला है, लेकिन यहाँ जो ग्रासरूट लेवल पे जो समस्याएं हैं वो इस तरीके से है। मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपके फेस होने की वजह से लोगों के अंदर ये विश्वास जाएगा कि आप जो कह रहे हैं वो सही है, क्योंकि पोलियो जैसे ड्रॉप के लिए पिछली बार ये हुआ था कि अगर बच्चे को ड्रॉप पिलाया गया तो इसको एड्स हो जाएगा या तरह तरह की बीमारी हो जाएगी। तो ये समस्या तो आपके फेस की वजह से दूर हो जाएगी, लेकिन ये जो मेडिकल का कॉकस है इसको कैसे तोड़ेंगे। और दूसरी चीज़ जो सॉफ्टवेयर से या जन जागरूकता से एक अवेयरनेस आ जाएगी, उसको फुलफिल करने के लिए ग्रासरूट लेवल पर क्या तंत्र विकसित किया गया है, ये थोड़ा सा जानकारी दें।
जी, आपके जो प्रश्न है उसका हमने उसे समझा है, और मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि जब भारत देश पोलियो से मुक्त हुआ तो एक कार्यक्रम रखा गया था दिल्ली में, जहां पर उस समय जो स्वास्थ्य मंत्री थे उनके और यूनिसेफ के जितने भी प्रतिनिधि थे वो सब वहां पर आए थे। और मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि तकरीबन 75% जो जनता थी वहां पर, वो जितने भी वर्कर्स थे जो कि गांव-गांव घूम रहे थे, वो सब वहाँ पर उपस्थित थे। और उनका सबसे पहले हमने उनको आदर सम्मान किया, उनका अभिनंदन किया, क्योंकि जैसा कि मैंने कहा वही लोग हैं जो जा करके ये जो डोसेज है ये लोगों को वहाँ पहुँचाते हैं। ऐसा कहना कि इलाहाबाद में और अन्य क्षेत्रों में इस तरह के लोग हैं, आपने जैसे कि वर्णन किया कि माफिया है, मेडिकल माफिया है, इसके ऊपर मैं अभी तो कुछ नहीं कह पाऊँगा, लेकिन हमारे साथ यहाँ सेक्रेटरी बैठे हुए हैं और उनकी जानकारी में भी ये बातें आ रही हैं, और मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि सरकार जो है इस ओर देख पाएगी इसे। मेरी तरफ से जितना भी हो सकेगा और संभव होगा मैं अवश्य करने के लिए तैयार हूँ, और जो भी आपकी बातें हैं उन्हें मैं सरकार के जो सही लोग हैं उन तक पहुँचा सकूँ, ये मेरा प्रयत्न रहेगा।
अमित जी नमस्कार।
नमस्कार।
मैं योगेंद्र हूँ अमर उजाला से।
मैंने अपने आप को समर्पित किया है, और स्वास्थ्य मंत्री जी से मैंने कहा है कि मेरी भी मुलाकात उनसे करवाइए, क्योंकि कई बार ऐसा होता है कि अच्छे और नेक कैंपेन यहाँ बन जाते हैं, तस्वीरें खिंच जाती हैं, लेकिन जो असली लोग काम करते हैं जा कर के, उनके साथ कभी ना उनके चेहरे देखने को मिलता है, ना कभी उनके काम की सराहना होती है। और इसीलिए मैं चाहता हूँ कि अगली बार जब कोई भी ऐसा एक कैंपेन या अभियान की शुरुआत हो तो उन लोगों के साथ हो जो लोग जा कर के ग्रास रूट लेवल पर जा कर के काम करते हैं। और मैंने आज ये बात, जैसे कि आपने शायद सुना भी होगा, अपने आप को समर्पित किया है कि जब भी आप इस कैंपेन की और अलग एक रुख लेना चाहेंगे तो वर्कर्स को ज़रूर बुलाइएगा और उनके साथ मुझे भी मिलवाइएगा। मैं भी अपनी तरफ से जितना हो सकेगा उन्हें प्रोत्साहित करने का प्रयत्न करूँगा।
बस एक और सवाल इलाहाबाद से ले लेते हैं, बस पूछिए।
Sir, good evening. I'm Smriti Malviya from Hindustan Times. Sir, I wish to ask only one thing. Well, there is some confusion about hepatitis B vaccination. Like, will hepatitis B vaccination will be able to completely prevent hepatitis B infection during the lifetime?
यहाँ पर हमारे पास डॉक्टर बर्वे हैं जो आपके इस प्रश्न का उत्तर देंगे। You have to press that button, make it red.
Vaccination is a very important way of preventing the disease. As we said earlier, if the vaccination is given to the child within first 6 months, like 0 month, 1 month and 6 months, if he completes the 6 doses of vaccine, the protection given is almost 100%. If there is a mother who is infected with hepatitis B and the child is delivered, then of course extra precaution is necessary, because child is already coming from a mother who is infected with hepatitis B. And in that case, there is another injection, what is called as HBIG, hyperimmune gamma globulin, which is to be given within first 12 hours, and vaccination on the other side within first 12 hours. That offers more than 90% protection to the newborn. So as you can understand, we are giving vaccination to the child, and the vaccination is advised in people who are at a high risk, like patients who need multiple transfusions in their life, like those who have got say hemophilia or thalassemia, or patient जहाँ हीमोडायलिसिस चालू है, जहाँ किडनी फेलियर का प्रॉब्लम है, जहाँ बार बार उनको इंजेक्शन है तो ब्लड प्रोडक्ट से संबंध रहता है, ये लोग हैं वो हाई रिस्क कैटेगरी में पहुंचते हैं, और ये लोगों को पहले से ही वैक्सीनेट करना बहुत जरूरी है. उसकी एफिकेसी एडल्ट्स में भी मोर देन 90% है. सो वैक्सीनेशन इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप टू प्रिवेंट द डिजीज इन योर लाइफ टाइम.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। और अब हम यहाँ मुंबई में उपस्थित पत्रकारों से सिर्फ 2 और सवाल।
I'm Tina Thakkar. I'm from the Deccan Chronicle and Asian Age newspaper, sir. And my question is obviously to Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Sir, what you have done is not often seen and not often done. We tend to not disclose our problems. I remember my uncle dying of cancer, and we were kids and we were told that you're not supposed to tell anyone that he had cancer. So what was the trigger behind, and how did you just think of disclosing the ailments, and was there any discussion at home, you know, whether to go and whether to say this much to the word, or was there any dilemma in your mind when you just, you know?
Yeah, I never said anything to my family, and neither did I take their opinion. I just feel that illnesses are something that are very personal, and only the person who is suffering from a particular illness will actually know the depth and the intensity that he has to go through during that period. There will be many sympathizers, there will be friends, relatives who will be taking care of you, who will be concerned about you, but none of them, with any exception, will actually be able to feel the pain and the anguish of the person who is actually suffering. If I'm a sufferer, and if I want to extend to the people that they need to be prevented from the kind of suffering that I'm going through, I just felt that I needed to make myself as an example. I have always felt that if I can truthfully say to an audience about a particular campaign, I hope that it will have a deeper impact than just coming and saying a few scripted lines by an ad agency. I've tried this before in another campaign that I did for a product, and I don't mind mentioning it to you. It was for Cadbury's. Cadbury's had worms in their chocolate, and they were in deep trouble. They came to me, they asked me to be their brand ambassador. I asked them, what is the real reason you've come to me for? You know, I think that this tale has already been told in one of the book launches that I said, did you just come to me because you like my face, or is it that you have a problem? And they said, no, we have a problem, and they were honest with me, and I said, I'm going to be equally honest with you. Show me how you have got rid of these worms in your chocolates. And I asked them to take me to their factory. I went to their factory, I saw the entire process of how they had repaired the process of eliminating worms in chocolates, and then I came back and I said, now I don't need a script, I don't need an ad agency to tell me, I'm just going to speak very honestly and frankly to the audiences. And exactly what I did for hepatitis B, I did for Cadbury's, and they had almost a 60% repair almost overnight. So I think it's in matters like this, it is important for somebody to take a personal example. I cannot hide the fact that this comes with a burden of immodesty. You know, I have to say, like tuberculosis, for example, they say that is a disease that happens to poor people or people who live in lesser means. It feels very awkward to say that, you know, by the grace of God, I'm not in that category. But the fact is that even though I'm not in that category, I still contracted tuberculosis. And therefore, it can happen to anyone. It is more to stress the point that if it can happen to somebody who lives in lesser environments, it can also happen to somebody who supposedly lives in better environments. We lived in air-conditioned rooms and away from dirt, and you know what I'm trying to say. But if it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. But if I can survive it, if I can have it detected in time, and if I'm standing in front of you, then I want to be that example of the people that I talk to and say, you know, there is a cure, and you can be standing healthy and for the rest of your life if you were to get it detected in time. That's really behind the reason why I talk about my illnesses. I hope there aren't many more illnesses that I have to talk about, because, you know, I'm running out of various diseases that I carry. But, you know, jokes apart, really, because I was infected with tuberculosis, because I am now down with hepatitis B, and God knows what is going to come next. But if it ever does, I shall be more than happy to talk about it.
Just one more question, please.
दोनों को कर दीजिए, दोनों ladies हैं.
Thank you. Okay, my question is for Mr. Mishra. This is specifically about, so you mentioned, can you hear me? So you mentioned that you're going to launch 5 additional vaccines in the Indradhanush mission by next year. If you can discuss the budgetary allocation, because usually what happens is once we kickstart a campaign or a program, it is not sustained after a year or so because of either funds shortage or certain issues. So if you can discuss the budgetary allocation for this particular vaccine.
See, no antigen that we've introduced in this country so far we have not completed. Out of the National Health Mission funds, which is to the tune of 18,000 crores in Government of India today and about 9,000 in the states, which makes it about 7,000, majority goes for immunization. And the commitment is that whatever it takes to immunize every child will be spent. Of course, we are getting also support from Gavi, from other agencies. But let me tell you that we are introducing, for example, IPV on the 30th of November. Before March this year, we'll be introducing rotavirus. JE adult has already been introduced, and we have covered all the districts of West Bengal, Assam, and UP where it was required. Similarly, we have plans to roll out measles rubella during the early next financial year. For all this, one assurance that I can give you is that the resources have already been tied up. We will not launch any vaccine without backing of resource, because we cannot afford to stop vaccination or have stockouts midway when we are in a campaign.
Slightly contentious question, and that is that, you know, we've heard that our kids have been given 7 vaccines and another 4 or 5 are now going to be added on, including Japanese and vaccine for Japanese encephalitis. The question is that this vaccine is not being given to kids in Japan even, and Japanese encephalitis is confined to the Northeast. I mean, you know, there seems to be an issue about giving kids, are we over-medicating, are we over-vaccinating our children? You know, I mean, this is a medical query. Kids are not being given, the vaccines for kids in the West have been consistently decreased. I mean, it speaks for the environment in which our kids are living, that we are just adding on more and more vaccines. I mean, you know.
Just to clarify doubts here, just to clarify doubts. Japanese encephalitis is not a universal program. It is only administered in areas where there is a likelihood of a Japanese encephalitis infection. It is not about over-medication. We were really worried about the number of pricks that a child got in his arm, so we've introduced pentavalent, which reduces the total number. But you see, it is not done in Japan because they don't have that virus any longer. We still have that problem. Eastern UP and Bihar, Assam suffers from that. And let me also tell you that thanks to the introduction of Japanese encephalitis, last year the number of deaths reduced to 2-digit. This is a very satisfactory thing to do. If I can save hundreds of lives by adding one more vaccine, I would prefer to add it. And let me also assure you that we are not getting into any vaccine which is not of universal nature. If I am doing rotavirus, I am saving 3 lakh kids annually from dying from diarrhea. That is the aim of introducing a vaccine.
Yes, I think there's just one more question, sir.
देश में फ्रंटलाइन वर्कर्स की कमी है, आप ये मानते हैं कि उनकी कमी से टीकाकरण का जो अभियान है वो उतना स्पीड नहीं पकड़ रहा है जितने की आप एफर्ट्स कर रहे हैं, और उनकी इस प्रॉब्लम को आप कैसे एड्रेस कर रहे हैं?
आपकी सूचना सही है, जो फ्रंटलाइन वर्कर्स और मिड लेवल सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स हैं उनमें उनकी कमी है, उतनी नहीं है जितनी चिकित्सकों और अन्य श्रेणी में है, परंतु उस श्रेणी में भी हमारे देश में कमी है। उस कमी को पूरा करने का हमने ये इंतज़ाम किया है कि हमारे जो डेवलपमेंट पार्टनर्स हैं वो अपने एडिशनल रिसोर्स जो मानव संसाधन उनके पास उपलब्ध हैं वो इस कार्य में लगा रहे हैं। आज की तिथि में इम्यूनाइजेशन जैसे प्रोग्राम के लिए बाकी में जो भी हो, मानव संसाधन या लोगों की हमारे पास कमी नहीं है, क्योंकि हम हर सेशन के लिए विशेष मानदेय देकर लोगों को रखते हैं। ये एक इंटरिम व्यवस्था हमने की हुई है ताकि उन सेशंस को हम पूरा कर सकें।
और अमिताभ सर, आपसे एक सवाल है। आप बोल रहे हैं कि फ्रंटलाइन वर्कर्स से आप मिलना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि मिशन इंद्रधनुष को मैं काफ़ी मतलब क्लोजली जाके कवर कर रही हूँ। उनकी अगर आप उनसे, हम लोग जब बात करते हैं तो उनकी आंखों में सर आंसू आते हैं। उनको कई कई महीने से उनका जो वेतन है वो नहीं मिल रहा है। रिसेंटली अभी हम 2 नवंबर को गुड़गांव हरियाणा में थे, जहाँ पर ये मिशन इंद्रधनुष का सेकंड कैंपेन स्टार्ट किया गया था। वहाँ पर फ्रंट लाइन वर्कर्स जो है वो नीचे ज़मीन पर लेटकर प्रोटेस्ट कर रही थी। तो आप इस प्रॉब्लम को मतलब गवर्नमेंट के सामने कैसे लेके जाएंगे सो दैट जो उनकी एक जेन्युइन डिमांड है वो पूरी हो सके जल्दी से?
आपने बोल दिया है, पहुंच गई बात इन तक। और क्या कहूँ मैं?
लेट्स सी सर, आई होप कि वो उनकी एक जेन्युइन डिमांड है। जब तक उनको
आपने हरियाणा की बात की है, मुझे आश्चर्य है क्योंकि हरियाणा के पास धनराशि की नेशनल हेल्थ मिशन में कमी नहीं है। पर अगर आप एक सप्ताह बाद मुझसे बात करेंगी फ़ोन पर तो मैं आपको एग्जैक्ट कारण बताऊंगा कि क्या हुआ है, उस पर मैं देखूँगा।
ओके, थैंक यू सर।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। और इसी के साथ हम ये इंटरेक्शन समाप्त करते हैं। आप सबका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कि आप इस प्रोग्राम में सम्मिलित हुए। और हम अमिताभ जी और आर्सनो जी और डॉक्टर बारवे का भी बहुत शुक्रिया करते हैं। नाउ काइंडली जॉइन अस फॉर हाई टी प्लीज। थैंक यू सो मच। You are all invited to join us for high tea. Thank you.